he took only 15 minutes, so that means I get 45. So thank you, Don. Good morning, everyone. Making the time, I'll try to make it worth your while. I think, you know, the market had come quite a long way from where it was, and it's been through some ups and downs. I'm not here to give lectures. I'm here to share some of our stories, how we began as a country, how I began, and I'll put all of this in the video so it's much easier, and it's available online. It's important to note, though, that the operating model for each of the country will have to be different, and we need to work together. Like Don said, I'm fully supportive of what he just said just now. Especially, we need to come together, because or else, you know, this industry didn't start from zero. It actually start from negative. I still have, you know, parents of my staff, you know, calling to check whether we are selling narcotics, you know, drug dealers, things like that. So, you know, it's been a tough ride. But I will tell you one thing. From where I'm standing, it's got a very, very bright future. I can see that in a few years' time, and you've seen the trend of, you know, how pharmaceutical chains and big firms are now working quietly in many parts of Thailand, because of, you know, the abundance of the raw material, the supportive law, and I'll talk about that in a moment. So Dawn was asking me before just now, so I'll share my answer with all of you. This thing is a medicine. The government will be very, very clear about what it wants to do. It has no choice. They made their mistake. You know that June 2022, that's when the disaster happened. It was a mistake. It could have been handled way better. It didn't. Led us to where we are. And I think more importantly, where it's headed. So in the few months, you know, I've summarized all this. I mean, what you really need to know is, you know, recreation. They will make it almost impossible for the recreational side to operate. People knowing, being in Thailand, you can still buy them off market, but they will make it very tough. You won't see so many dispensaries, shops, and, you know, all these operators operating freely. And the law is extremely going to be supportive on the medical use, the healthcare, the wellness, which you've seen all this graph and you've seen all these numbers, you know. I think I will pause here for a moment. I'd like to play you a short video, how Thailand got started, how I got started. I got asked questions about how I got started all the time. So we put together this video. It's in English. Can you play the video, please?
Eastern medicine civilization started with understanding life force energy and using the nature as a cure and protection. That's where therapeutic natural herbs came into play. The discovery of cannabis in Eastern medical usage was recorded for the first time 5,000 years back. And there was evidence of medical cannabis in Thailand in the 17th century as a sleep aid and relaxation remedy for King Narai the Great and the royal family. Through industrialization and the arrival of the modern world, many of the historical recipes were lost or prohibited and only became a herbal law that was hard to access. Until 1989, the law's remedies were gathered and regulated for the first time as Thai herbal pharmacopoeia for Thai traditional doctors and pharmacists to study. In 2019, an investment banker veteran, Pornchai Padmindra, who was passionate about serving the best public health care to the society, started studying the profound effect of cannabis for medical use and gathered his dedicated team of scientists, pharmacologists, and researchers to bring the Thai herbal pharmacopoeia to the next level of Western measurement, technological control, evidence-based studies, and global standards. With relentless hours of research and development over the years, Dr. CBD Company was commercially founded in 2021 by Pornchai to transcend his trust in developing medical cannabis by combining the beauty of Eastern and Western medical regimes, with the purpose to deliver the best herbal-based medicine to serve the nation's population and further make a revolutionary change towards a sustainable healthcare system. Dr. CBD has grown up fast and led the cutting edge of medical cannabis market in Thailand. The company has a fully integrated platform of research and development, cultivation, extraction, production, sales, and marketing, in-house logistics, as well as clinical service unit. All the constructs form a complete value chain to serve a variety of customers from hospitals, medical clinics, pharmaceutical chains, modern trades, distributors, custom brands, and retail consumers nationwide. Its products under Earth Lab brand are available on over 2,500 shelves at prominent marketplaces in all major cities, as well as leading online platforms, offering a comprehensive range of herbal-based medicines, nutraceutical supplements, dermacare, and personal care products. All of Dr. CBD's product suites are researched, developed, tasted, and designed not only for curative but also for preventive purposes, with natural extracts rather than chemical ingredients, and with a real focus on holistic care, with the rapidly growing number of people who suffer from sleep disorders, Parkinson, chronic pains, and NCDs in Asia-Pacific region and all over the world. Dr. CBD takes a step ahead by ramping up its paces to capture the expanding market and serve wider range of consumers. Under Pornchai's leadership, Dr. CBD is placed in the right market and strategic location in the heart of Thailand, where the local regulations are open for medical use of cannabis. While Dr. CBD already has strong partnerships with the Department of Thai Traditional and Alternative Medicine, large hospital chains, leading business conglomerates in the country, including offshore with the government of Malaysia and top universities in Japan, Thailand itself is considered as Asia's top medical hub, with its strongest healthcare infrastructure, service excellence, supportive regulations, and research works on cannabis, hemp, and kratom. On top of its highest spending figures on pharmaceutical market in the region, as the market is evolving to realize the medical potential of CBD and other herbs for different healthcare and wellness purposes, Dr. CBD has established its house of brands for different use of medical-grade CBD and kratom, covering clinical service, medical products, food and beverage, consumer care, and pet care. Currently, Dr. CBD is also a holding company for its subsidiaries, including Vital Mediclinic, clinical service focusing on integrative medicine for patients with sleep disorders, chronic pains, NCDs, and degenerative diseases using CBD and other natural supplements, located in the heart of Bangkok, with full-time doctors and nurses in-house. Vital Health Cafe, food and beverage service for wellness lifestyle consumers and flagship store of Earth Lab products by Dr. CBD. Vital Health Cafe has been a destination for health-conscious customers who want to take care of themselves from within in a cozy and comfortable atmosphere. Dr. Pet CBD, pet care products under Happy brand, featuring local celebrities as a brand ambassador and veterinarian in-house to provide instant consultancy. CBD works effectively for animals with endocannabinoid system like cats, dogs and exotic pets to help them with immune system, epilepsy, anxiety, cancer, appetite, arthritis and inflammation. Dr. Kratom Bio. Dr. CBD has partnered with Duncan McRae, the first and leading kratom distributor globally to extract, manufacture and distribute products from kratom plant for its unparalleled therapeutic effect on opioid addiction, diabetes, pain management, hypertension and depression. The company owns Mitra G brand for kratom-based nutraceutical products and Estamina brand for powerful food and beverage merchandises, including energy drink, energy candy, fat burner, and whey protein, which were targeted for export to serve heavy market demand globally. All the business units under Dr. CBD are also operated in alignment with environmental, social, and corporate governance principles, as Dr. CBD Group strongly supports sustainable development goals, especially good health and well-being and clean energy agendas through herbal-based medical products and industrial hemp project. Dr. CBD has set its mission to deliver scientifically measured natural products that provide sustainable self-care for its customers. With all the resources on hand, Dr. CBD is ready to lead the change step by step towards naturally preventive and holistic healthcare to improve everyone's well-being for a better health, better living, and better world.
So, thank you. Much easier to do this through video than actual presentation. So I'll just keep going. So in the past few years, the numbers here that I'm showing you, these are the number of cases that actually got treated. It's not high, but it's not low. It's a good beginning. I mean, I will tell you that majority of the doctors in Thailand not really positive about the whole thing. And that was also the result of June 2022. There have been, reported first few months, the cases of people that got hospitalized from overdosing on THC, eating gummies, cookies, all these things, was skyrocketed. And it was scary because people got crazy because, from narcotic Schedule 5 to something that can be easily sold anywhere. So people got crazy and it was irresponsible and it cannot keep on happening. So I don't blame them, but through education, through training, and a lot of these things, it is helping. I would say, at least 3 out of 10 are now more acceptance of the use of medical cannabis as alternative. And the most common is sleep disorder and neuro-related issues. In Thailand, we are a country of about 67, 68 million people. About 20 million is suffering from sleep disorder. It's a very, very high number. So this is something that most people target the use of medical cannabis, including anxiety, and these are big opportunities for the Thai market. We are already super age, not aging. And a lot of people are suffering from, depression, sleep anxiety, psychological issues, neuro-related sleep disorder. And what we are trying to do is align with the country's agenda of being the medical hub of Asia. A lot of people from other parts of Asia are now flying in to receive treatment as an alternative. People got diagnosed with cancers in other countries. They go to their oncologist. They only have one choice. And that choice leads to, a lot of damages along the way. They want to seek alternative. And we are the only country that is offering that right now. Now, I promised to talk about operating model and what Thailand should be. There is no point for Thai operators or other local operators to just copy what the Canadians did or what the Americans did. The rise and fall of the price of CBD or other cannabinoids. I think we've learned our lesson on, I hope we learn our lesson on recreational side of business. So we have to have our own operating model. And the only way that I could explain this is, as you can see, the use of cannabis has been around for over 360 years during King Narai, even before this dynasty. We have many knowledge on the Thai traditional and the use of Asian herbs, not just Thai herbs, but Asian herbs. The holistic approach of the Eastern theory will is complementing well with the Western standard. So the problem so far all along was, people think twice about using Asian herbs or medical use of the traditional medicine because of its standard. You don't know what you're taking. You don't know the dosages. You don't know whether it's been manufactured through, GMP standard, etc. So we're fixing that. Hence, what you've seen, the Western theory has its own limitation as well. For people with problems, especially, let's say Parkinson. The Western medicine has its limitation. You know that, I know that, doctors know that. Now, to use it, I'll give you an example. Epidiolex started maybe about 7-8 years ago, commercially. Do you know where the sales number of last year? 900 million US. That was only for one indication, intractable epilepsy in children. It is a good alternative. It's not good at everything, but for what it's good at, it's extremely, extremely good. I mean, you work with minor cannabinoids, you know what it can do. But to put that in the product with the Western standard and registration takes a lot of work. Most people, I will tell you, won't go through with it. So the beauty of East and West, I've summarized it here. Easy to talk about it on the slides, hard to practice. Because it takes years to register something that is not food supplement, to make it a herbal-based medicine. So, there's been lots of, I must have gone through myself hundreds of literatures, and it keeps coming. The science are emerging, and I won't go through all the scientific papers with you, but there's something as simple and I guess pressing as SARS-CoV-2. Cannabinoids, the science on cannabinoid use of healing, fixing, and even long COVID had already emerged. And I'm not sure if you know, but about close to 2 years now, Pfizer spent $7 billion on Arena Pharmaceutical. Look it up. It's all there on the internet. And have a read why it bought it. It's very clear what it's developing. So the use of Thai herbs, let's say if you're talking about SARS-CoV-2, there are many herbs which can combine with cannabinoids and can actually address all these issues. I won't go through the science, it will take too long, but in summary, it heals the inflammation. Cannabinoids actually binds the ACE2 receptor in your body. When you can contract COVID, the actual spike protein have to make a connection with something and land it into your bloodstream. That something is a protein in your body called ACE2 receptor. People with weak health, with older age, have more than children. Cannabinoids, especially CBGA and CBDA, actually helps prevent that from happening. And also, the science or the Thai herbs actually very, very supportive of this happening. So, sustainable operating model, I talked about this all the time. So it's not about selling leaves. Used to be about selling leaves, used to be per kilogram. During the heyday, it was something like 50,000, 70,000 baht per kilogram, just leaves. I'm not even talking flowers. When people started most of the business, they got into the business thinking that CBD extract will cost 500,000 baht per kilogram and it will keep rising. Obviously, they haven't seen the Canadian model, what happened. I can tell you, today you can go and buy your CBD extract for maybe 30,000 baht. It will keep on getting cheaper. So it can't be just about cultivation, can't be about the extracts. So what is it about? You got to be able to address pain points of people, and it's got to be evidence-based. So science is important, and science is what most people don't want to invest, and especially mixing Eastern science and Western science together. That's even most difficult, and it takes time, takes money. People want to get rich fast. I suggest you sell the flowers until you can't sell the flowers anymore, and then I've seen the cannabis flowers going from close to 500,000 baht per kilogram to where it is today. I don't need to tell you where it's headed. Industrial hemp, on the other hand, there are lots of signs emerging. People are now thinking of the use of fiber in commercial use, in industrial use. A lot of Thai conglomerates are now thinking about, building materials. They've been working on this a few years now. Lots of foreign operators are now hunting for hemp fibers in Thailand. It is all happening. Maybe you've heard of the hemp battery, the use of nano carbon sheet made out of hemp fiber as supercapacitor. I won't have time to go through all of that, but just quickly on who we are. We are focusing on being Southeast Asia plus Japan. We want to be the Asian leader in our humble way, leading with science, leading with products. Obviously, FDA for us, GMP for us is extremely important. Clinical trials are extremely important. I met someone from Japan. Oh, yes, you, right. You're talking about, clinical trials in Japan. Everyone will hear from him later about Japanese market. It's opening up, people, hoping to get rich fast. They will pump in all this, cannabinoid-based products into Japanese. I can tell you today, market is already crowded. That's number one. Number two, for most people that don't know, Japanese people will only listen to their own research. So Tokyo University, many other universities will be extremely busy because they have to run their own clinical trials. they won't listen to any other papers from Western world or let alone Thailand. In summary, what we do is we are, in a humble way, integrated. We grow our own, we extract our own, we do R&D, we do products, and we do treat people. Not just with cannabis, but integrative approach. It's all right here in Bangkok. And our mission is very simple, a game changer. Beauty of East and West, focus on health and well-being. It doesn't fix everything, but I can tell you, I can think of and already doing at least 15 pain points from people. From, itchiness, dry skin. People ask me why I make shower gel. The shower gel made out of CBD extract and, other ingredients do address certain pain points that people have in Thailand, because we live in a very, very hot country. People take warm shower, their skin get dry. This page talked about we had been spending hours and a lot of energy into working with other parts of Asia to make this happen in the right way. Because if it's not sustainable, then you can rest assured the same mistake will be repeated. And I don't want to see that happening. We focus on 4 key important things, starting from science, operations, all the way to sales. So this page is important, from science to consumer. And that's the hard part. Most people stop halfway. They're happy with their molecular distillation, I guess. But to get it to become an FDA-approved product takes much more energy, much more resources, and also to market to consumers. When I told you it didn't start from being zero, it started from being negative. You got to educate people, even doctors, health practitioners, that this thing is safe, it's FDA approved, and these are the things that it can do. And even much more difficult to get it through the modern trades, because they don't know what you are selling. You got to explain it to them from scratch. And to get into Boots, Watsons, all these convenience stores, pharmaceutical chain, lots of explanation, I can tell you. So first phase of products has been food supplements, cosmetics, cosmeceuticals. The boxes on the left-hand side that talked about all the standards that we need to adhere to. The groups of products, we have over 30 odd FDA-approved products, from sleep anxiety all the way to pet care. Address different types of pain points that people have. Anything commonly known to most people, like sleep anxiety all the way to hair loss. And even much more difficult to actually market this thing. So Don was asking me earlier how I've been. It's been tough. Hasn't been easy. But as I said from beginning, the future is looking very bright. I do believe that this thing can, I've seen live cases with my own eyes of what it can do. This country has more than 2 million people suffering from psoriasis. And if you ask your doctor, that can he actually fix psoriasis? The modern medicine that you have today cannot do that. The only thing that can fix psoriasis today, I'm not sure if we have any health practitioner here, look it up, is CBD. So lots of products, and some of these things, you gotta do it with science behind it. Things that carry more than 0.2% THC, then it's gotta be by prescription only. Cannot just be everywhere, like what's happening right now. So different types of products, different indication, different formulations, and it's got to be FDA registered. So I'll take any questions if you guys have. I won't go through all the products, but these are some of the samples. This is the one that fixed the psoriasis. Okay, the questions, then thank you.